Columbia, I think we get our fair share of events, but we've never had a golf tournament like this, and it's going to be a great week and something that I hope Columbia looks forward to year after year.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Whole Story Podcast. Jonathan, talking professional golf today. How you doing?
Heck yeah. Professional golf, not too far from us. So it's not like we have to go on a road trip or anything. It's literally,
Not too far.
30 minutes from your house right now?
I could be there in probably 15 minutes.
Ooh.
To the course. Yeah, Wood Creek Club over in Elgin, right outside of Columbia, the greater Midlands area. They are hosting a Korn Fairy Tour event, the Colonial Life Charity Classic. The tournament dates, where they'll actually play the rounds of the tournament, May 14th through 17th. But yeah, we got to chat with Chris Baker, the tournament director. That was fun.
Yeah, not only a good golfer apparently, but also he's figured out how to run some tournaments with the group that he's with out of Birmingham. So
you say not only a good golfer, he played professional golf himself up to the highest level. Even one of the stories where he was top 10 of the U.S. Open at one point during the round out at Torrey Pines, like just so fascinating guy.
Maybe slightly understated that he's a good golfer.
Well, he just said off air that he, shot a 78 at Wood Creek with kids clubs,
with junior
from
clubs.
The tips. Like, he's a good golfer.
He's a good golfer.
Still, yeah. But no, so our chat today, Chris Baker, who is running the Colonial Life Charity Classic. It's a great event. We'll have links in the show notes, so check those out, especially for folks that are local in the Southeast. You'll want to come check out Korn Fairy event. At a new course. They've never played here before, but this is the start of a 5-year deal where they will be here for the next 5 years. So,
and the nice part about that is if you've never been to a professional event, you should go because it's not obviously going to be the Masters or the Open or anything like that. So the access is going to be a little bit different. The ability to see a local course, and then see how really, really good golfers can handle it. On top of the fact that, what's an hour away? Take the day off on a Thursday, hang out with your buddies over in Columbia, grab a bite to eat on the way before you come home. So I can't wait. We've talked about I've got some other things going on that week, and I'm still going to figure out a way to make it over at least for a day or two, just because to watch that good of golf that close is just take the opportunity. It's worth it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like you mentioned, the pro golfers that'll be there. It's the same week as, I think he said, the PGA Championship, and not everybody can play in that. And there's a lot of pros because of the new rules with the PGA Tour. A lot of people that have been playing on the highest level tour that will be playing in this event. So you're going to get to see great golfers, or you'll see the next golfer that's going to be the next Scotty Scheffler or whoever else is pro. Maybe not Scotty, but
maybe not Scotty.
Really, really good golfers, better than all of us for sure. So excited about that, our interview with Chris Baker. Before we get into it, many thanks to our friends at Summit Golf Brands, Beads-Ratty, Zero Restriction, Fairway and Green. They make incredible stuff. Excited for the Shindig late in February with Beads-Ratty. Get to go hang out there. But there's a lot of new stuff, a lot of cool stuff. They, things that keep us warm on this nice, cool day. We're recording in January. But yeah, they make incredible stuff. Jonathan, what's your favorite of the things from one of these brands from Summit? Do you have a favorite?
I wear, and you and I talk about this all the time, I wear my Zero Restriction hoodie probably more than I should.
Yeah.
It is just some of the most comfortable things. And I'm almost a vest guy now. Between my everyday vest and my Zero Restriction vest, it is a pretty common thing for me to throw out there on the golf course. So yeah, it's an honor to be associated with those guys and what they do in the golf world. We've got some good friends, now in that space, and, I don't know how many times a day I click on their social media or email links going, I really want to get that. Maybe I should use BestBall 20 and not tell my wife that I'm buying more clothes.
That is true. Yeah, BestBall 20 at any of those sites will get you 20% off your order. But I agree with you. The TKO hoodie from Zero Restriction is amazing. So hopefully we can get some more of those soon. But anyway, let's get to this episode with Chris Baker talking about the Colonial Life Charity Classic. Y'all enjoy. right, today's guest on the Whole Story podcast is a fellow Columbia guy, Chris Baker. Chris, how are we doing today?
Great, Robbie. Hey, thanks for having me on. Appreciate it, and looking forward to our chat.
Yeah, man. Well, we got introduced through a mutual friend, mutual contact here because you were doing something really cool for the Columbia, South Carolina area, which we will talk about here shortly. But a lot of people, when they hear the name Chris Baker, they're like, wait a minute, that's a professional golfer. Like, so before we talk about your pro career and where all you got to play and things like that, when did golf first start with you? Were you handed a club as a kid and said, hey, go putt? What was that like?
Yeah, so I think I started playing at 7. We moved to a little 9-hole golf course in Brownstown, Indiana, Hickory Hills. My dad first got me started. He grew up in the winter sporting goods business. He was a skier. He skied kind of professionally on the Korn Fairy Tour level of skiing. So that was cool. He had the ability just to get me into sports and just introduce me to the game. And yeah, I just grew up walking over to the 9-hole course. We had junior lessons, met my friends at the clubhouse at least once a week, if not, all week. And that was just my introduction to the game.
You said skiing, but you also said Indiana. Is there a lot of good downhill skiing in Indiana?
He's from Massachusetts originally.
Okay.
He ended up running a ski hill. We call it a hill because it was a hill in Paoli, Indiana. And then he actually still teaches skiing over by Cincinnati, Lawrenceburg, Indiana, at Perfect North Slope. So he still loves it. And Indiana's brought skiing and golf to two polar opposite sports.
And championship football, by the way.
And now championship football. That was awesome to see. I know I grew up, 45 minutes from IU. My sister's an IU grad, and I unfortunately did not go there, but great to see IU. I'm a huge IU fan, and it's incredible to see what they did this year.
If your dad's running ski slopes, those are fake snow, right? Because I'm from Illinois, and I don't remember there being any like actual winter weather that could support skiing on a long
Yeah, well, hey,
schedule.
they just got there's 15 inches of snow on the ground right now. So
sure, I mean, it's bad timing to say that, but
yeah, they do a great job of making snow artificially, but
that's what I thought.
yeah, I mean, winters, it's cold enough to maintain a little bit of snow, man-made snow, but it's all man-made for the most part.
Well,
So-
you didn't spend too much time skiing, I guess, but golf, maybe you're one of those people golf just came really easy to, or the 9-holer paid off with a lot of practice time. But you're able to take that and I guess played growing up and then played in college and then eventually started playing professionally, correct?
I did, yeah. I wouldn't say golf is easy. I think everyone can understand that. Lots of hard work, a lot of practice and whatnot. But yeah, it was just a game that I enjoyed. I think I just enjoyed the struggle, the process. And I think no matter what level you're at, you can kind of understand that. I mean, the best in the world, minus maybe Scotty Scheffler after his win this weekend, we all struggle. I think he even glimpsed, I saw his interview. He said he didn't necessarily have his best game, which is hard for people to understand when you win a PGA Tour event by 4 or 5 shots. But, we all have struggles. We all have, we're always trying to get better. That's the coolest part about golf. I think it's, no matter where you're at in the game, you always want to be better. And it always makes you appreciate the great shots and really want to get better and work at your struggles.
Was there a moment or a tournament or something in your golf career where you said, I think I can do this? Like I could actually go and try to be on the pro tour of some kind?
Yeah, I mean, my journey was a little crazy. I played Indiana junior golf. I played well recruited out of high school. Went to Iowa State. Great 4-year experience for me. Our team, unfortunately, had some injury issues that prevented us from doing great things in college golf. But it was a incredible experience for me. Growing up in the Midwest, I mean, I appreciated having a little bit of a break. It does get really cold in Iowa. And then I graduated college, turned pro, didn't really know how that was going to pan out. My last amateur golf tournament was the Indiana State AM, ended up winning that golf tournament, which was really cool. And then first professional event was the Indiana State Open, and didn't really know what was going to happen. Had no idea how to even tackle that task of turning professional and going to the many tours, Korn Fairy Tour, PGA Tour, but just kind of started. Was leading after a couple rounds, ended up finishing, I think, third at the State Open. But the journey of becoming a professional golfer is not uh, a straightforward process by any means. There's so many different ways you can go about it, and there's so many different stories and ways. I would consider myself a journeyman. I've had a lot of success, but I've also just really grinded through some down times, and just was able to make it work for 16 years.
10 years. Wow.
Yeah. What were some of your favorite tournaments that you got to play, or favorite places that you were able to travel?
Oh, I mean, I've traveled the world, which has been really cool. That's the cool part about what I've done with golf is I've seen North America, South America, Africa, uh, Asia, Europe. So I mean, I've kind of been all over the world. Favorite places, they all have amazing spots, right? Like South America has its own, you're either at sea level, or you're at 10,000 feet. Europe, it's very much every country's got its own different story, which is really cool. Like you're never in the same spot. You have to, constantly seek out the different cultures and whatnot. Here in the United States, I mean, there's so many great golf courses. I think my favorite places in the United States, as far as golf and just like stories, not necessarily my favorite golf courses. I love the golf courses, but Torrey Pines and Pebble Beach, I just have great memories of those places, and they're just amazing spots.
Yeah, I imagine being from Indiana and seeing the coast out there at California would be pretty cool to play some golf. And I guess maybe that's a tough question for somebody playing professional golf, because professional tournaments are going to be on the best of the best courses, right? It's not going to be, the Muni or maybe the 9-holer that needs a little work on the greens. They're all going to be pretty nice courses.
Yeah, I mean, as professional golfers, we get, I would say, spoiled, right? We play the golf courses in the best shape that they're in all year long. A lot of these places, they work all year just for that 1 week. Jonathan, you mentioned being from Augusta. There's one of those golf courses like that there. So never was able to play that one in the Masters or just for fun. But yeah, we're spoiled, and we get to play the best golf courses the best time. So it's something we're very fortunate.
Yeah. Not every golf course can be Linrick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But hey, but all these places have great, Linrick, right? Hickory Hills, my 9-hole course. Like no
Right.
matter what golf course it is, you got the right group and right company. It's a great day.
Oh, Linrick is my favorite. I tell everyone, if you get to Columbia, you got to go play Linrick. That's where I kind of cut my teeth at not a young age on how to play golf.
That's all right. Linrick's fantastic. And truly do enjoy it. I think every golf course, I mean, Columbia is getting much better. Uh, I think it's just really the golf culture here in Columbia is in the past 5 years has stepped up immensely.
Yeah. I do have to ask one question since you mentioned a break and you're from the winter. I assume since you're from Indiana, you can shoot a 3-ball in basketball, right?
I played baseball too in high school year, in high school freshman year, I did. It's okay. I'm not gonna say that I wasn't turning pro by any means. I would consider myself a nice sixth man on the basketball team. Now, also Brownstown, we're known for basketball. I think the last couple of years we've been to state or semi-state. So being the sixth man isn't a tremendous slouch, I wouldn't say.
I've just never met anybody from Indiana that can't shoot a 3. No matter what their athletic ability is or anything else, they can always shoot a 3.
Hey,
Jonathan,
we're gonna have Hoosiers the basketball movie, and we're gonna have Hoosiers the football movie coming out soon.
I think so.
for sure. Well, Jonathan, I don't know if you remember this based off that comment. So back, in what, 2007, 2008, Jonathan and I worked together at a copier company. We would go to the gym early in the mornings.
That's right. Gold
And
Seal.
one of the nicest sports comments I ever got was Jonathan, like we'd go in there and play basketball really instead of working out. And Jonathan said, "You shoot like you're from Indiana." And I
Yep.
was like, I will take it.
I, yeah, I grew up going to the Bob Knight basketball camp, so fully appreciate IU basketball.
That's great.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, you have taken your love of golf and your tournament playing experience, and now you're doing something a little different on the other side of the tournament. You're running a tournament. So we mentioned we're here in Columbia, South Carolina, you and you are bringing a Korn Ferry event to Columbia. So let's start talking about the Colonial Life Classic.
That's right. Well, for me to say that I'm running the golf tournament would be a far overstatement.
You're the
I
only
work.
one we're talking to about it right now, so you're running it.
Yeah, yeah. So, I work for a company called Eventive Sports. Eventive Sports, they've been in the event business for 30 plus years. So, I'm the tournament director here in town, but have an awesome support staff. We've got, 5 people here locally, and then 80 some guys and gals back in Birmingham and actually across the United States. But yeah, we're excited to bring Colonial Life Charity Classic here. Korn Fairy Tour event. Uh, as a past player, played 250 of these events, either Korn Ferry PGA Tour events. So I'd like to think that I can bring the player's perspective and just host an amazing event here in Columbia. And it's super exciting because Columbia, I think we get our fair share of events, but we've never had a golf tournament like this, and it's going to be a great week and something that I hope Columbia looks forward to year after year.
What does that look like from a course perspective? Because you mentioned on the Korn Ferry Tour, you get to play, some of the nicest courses, the best ones that are out there. How does an actual golf course, obviously you've got to be some type of level, right? Like again, Lenrick isn't going to be hosting anything real soon. Maybe in a couple years they can get up there. But what does a golf course have to do to prepare to bring in this type of competition and the quality of play that they're expecting?
Yeah, so we're at Wood Creek Club up in Elgin, and it's a fantastic facility. The owner, Harold Pickerel, he's actually put in a substantial investment in the golf course over the last 5 years, and actually currently doing a several $1 million renovation on the clubhouse. So the golf course is going to be fantastic. The the level of golf on the Korn Ferry Tour is very high. Another reason why I stepped away from the game. Just I'm really good at golf, but the younger generation is just they're next level. But yeah, Wood Creek is a fantastic facility. We're excited that we're out there, and we just can't wait to show off Columbia Colonial Life as our title sponsor, and then the Wood Creek Club as our host golf course.
Yeah, I've played out at the Wood Creek, Chris. You and I've talked about this. I've played out there, but I bet it's been, I don't know, 4 years, 5 years, something like that since I've been there. And
Yeah.
from hearing what you're talking about and from others, just how much better. It was already an incredible, maybe one of the best courses in Columbia, but now, from what you're saying, it's going to be professional tour ready.
Well, I know you guys love the golf, so I'd love to host you guys out there, and let's get some pictures and some videos, and let's spread the word about Wood Creek because it's a special place and it's going to be a great venue for our golf tournament. So
We
we're super excited about it.
we don't have to play from the pro tips, right? Just curious, making sure how many golf balls I need to bring in order to survive 18
Well,
holes.
the good news is you get plenty of golf balls, Jonathan. If you need golf balls, you can supply those. But no, you can play whatever tees you want. I mean, I'm sure we could set up a fun game. Maybe I don't know what the best format is. Maybe me playing left-handed from the red tees versus you guys in the backs. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work out, but we could find some sort of fun game to make it fair.
He's also confident that our approach shots and divots will not be at the same place where the pros will be doing it
Right.
from. So,
That's right. That's right. We'll put you on the back tees to secure that. Make sure
for
that's a good
sure.
tee.
Yeah.
There you go.
What does access look like at at a Corn Ferry tournament? So Rob, I've been to the Masters, which is a whole other level when it comes to golf. Robbie and I went out to the Waste Management. We went to the U.S. Open up in Pinehurst, but I've also been to the juniors at Sage, and that type of access is crazy different. Like at juniors, I'm literally walking down. There are no ropes. Like I was walking down the fairway, trailing one of the kids, by 20, 30 yards, talking to his college coach, and so. But what does it look like setting expectations? If someone wants to come, they got to find tickets. How do we get there? And then what does it look like at a Corn Ferry tournament compared to maybe an actual PGA Tour event?
Awesome. Yeah. So coloniallifecc.com. We're still building out our ticketing platform, but the access on the Corn Ferry Tour is is it's one step above the junior level you're mentioning. We will have ropes and stakes and whatnot, but the level at which you can get around the players and just more intimate, I guess would be the correct word, maybe. PGA Tour, especially the Masters. Masters is very regulated,
Yeah.
for rightfully so, right? But the Korn Ferry is very, very um, a lot more closer feeling, I would say. The golf course will be it's fairly spread out. We won't have realistically, you're not going to have quite the same fans as the Masters or as even American Express this past week. So you will be able to see the players much closer. But at the same time, we're going to have amazing venues. On the 18th hole, we're going to have 100 feet of skyboxes behind the green. We're going to have our Champions Club. That's our all inclusive hospitality to the right of the 18th green. So, and then we're going to have concerts every evening, right?
That's
So
awesome.
it's going to be a week long event of just fun, right? We want people to come out, see it. We want to showcase what we have, what we're doing. And yeah, we want this thing to just be a hit for Columbia. We're here for 5 years at a minimum. We got a 5-year contract. So we're going to get better every year. And we want Columbia to come out and see it and just enjoy the week with us.
Well, you mentioned concerts, and my first thought is somebody from South Carolina concert loves golf. Darius Rucker, is he? Do we have Hootie coming?
To say it has been tried would be true. I don't think it's going to happen. Now, obviously, Darius, you're welcome.
Yeah, I'm sure
We'd
he's
love to
listening to
have you.
this right now. Yep.
Darius, yeah. I'm sure you are from London. I think he's in London at the time. But come on, we'd love to have you. You can even join us in our match at Wood Creek pre-event just to showcase the golf course. But no, realistically, we're gonna have some great bands. We've got the list we have 3 or 4 secured. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We have an amphitheater on site at Wood Creek, which is really, really cool, right? Not many places have a, world-class golf course with an amphitheater on site. So we can't wait to show it off and bring out the community to listen to some great bands, watch some great golf, maybe even check out the hospitality that we offer on the 18th green. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
What's the reception been like from Columbia in general? I was talking to my friend Carl Blackstone, head of the Columbia Chamber, and I know he's really excited about all of this. But overall, from businesses, from people you've been talking to, how excited are they that we are having a Korn Ferry event here in Columbia?
Yeah, Carl's awesome. Carl's been a super, super, super big help with us, and but the city of Columbia, the support has been incredible. It's been very refreshing, for me, just to see what this city is like. Right? It's cool to know that people are excited, people want to get involved, people want to support this new event, and having Colonial Life as our title sponsor, great, great, great organization here. And we're just blessed that, they stepped up and the community is stepping up to support that as well. So we are very, very excited to have professional golf come to the Midlands. And I say that, Columbia is Columbia in the capital city, but we're also the Midlands, right? The upstate has their thing, the coast has their thing, Hilton Head, the Low Country have their thing, right? So we have 4 golf tournaments in the Midlands Columbia region. And the community they're stepping up and stepping up very, very big. It's awesome.
What do you think about the players that might show up? I know, like you said, Korn Ferry players are extremely talented, and based on how the PGA is structured now, like if you're not in the top 100, you might have been playing on the PGA Tour, but then now you're back playing some Korn Ferry events. Have you got any feedback from any players that they say, yeah, let's put this one on the calendar. I want to be there.
Yeah. So speaking on that, the tour is getting more and more difficult, and our week is the week after Myrtle Beach. So guys will be coming potentially from Myrtle Beach to here. It's also the week of the PGA Championship. So obviously the best on the PGA Tour will be playing there, which leaves some fallout on the PGA Tour that might come down here. But then same time, I mean, I think I was watching the Bahamas, maybe Abaco or Exuma, not Exuma, but I think there was 8 PGA Tour winners in the field. So these fields are, name recognition along with the youngest in the young generation coming out of college. And and the up and comers. So the fields are strong. It's very exciting. I mean, I guess the Amex this past weekend, Blades Brown, and he's 18 years old, was in the final group of a PGA Tour event. Right? Great
Yeah.
story. Great story. Super, super talented kid. I would like to think that he'll be at our event, right? So there's going to be a very, very high level of golf here. And, at the end of the year, 20 guys will be moving on from Korn Fairy to the PGA Tour. So guys have to come play. I mean, it's their job, right? At the end of the day, they're wanting to get to the PGA Tour, and the Korn Ferry Tour is the pathway to the PGA Tour. So level of golf is going to be extremely high, and name recognition is going to be right there as well.
If they end up with an odd number on Saturday or Sunday, are you the marker, or do you already have a member picked out there to go ahead and bring up the rear?
I'm in charge of giving sponsor exemptions, and I will say I'm not going to give myself a sponsor exemption. I think that would be career suicide. Also, I don't want that backlash. But no, marker. I think Jonathan. I think I'll put you down. I think
Sign me up.
after the comments, not wanting to play the back tees, I think you're going to be a perfect candidate for a marker.
You can sign me up. I'll take a lesson between now and then. And I'm left-handed, so that's good for TV.
Oh, perfect. Well, so I'll hit right-handed, and then you can mirror me left-handed. It's easy. This game's easy, John. You'll figure it right out real quick. Yeah.
You know what? I would absolutely be the perfect person to put on here, because I'm sure you've seen in the comments and on social media and everything, they always say, wouldn't it be great if you could put like a regular golfer on a golf course just to show how great these guys really are? And I promise you, I would highlight how good they are.
Absolutely. That'd be like the average Joe in the Olympics, right?
That's
Same
right.
thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But putting them out first, though, that would be, and I say this for myself too, that would slow everything down.
Yeah.
We're wanting this thing to keep the pace and like be the pace setter for the rest of the field. So
well, I can pick up. I can pick up just like on a Saturday.
At the end of the day, it's an event, right? Come out and hang out with your friends. Maybe Jonathan will help us out. Slow down the pace of play. People can enjoy their time at the golf tournament even longer.
That's true. Concession sales go up.
I don't know if you want to make ESPN though as the slowest Korn Ferry tournament that's ever existed. You're like, it was a 7-hour round for the leaders because the first guy out couldn't finish.
I saw an ESPN top 10 of a guy. I won't say who it was because I know he's not very excited about it. I think he was 8th, and it was for making a high score at the Amex. So it happens. It
happens for sure. So I'm curious from your opinion as a pro, because this is a new course to everybody. Do you think that would entice more people to come because there's no like I don't know, past history or familiarity with the course, and everybody's like, you know what, I could be the one that goes in there because we all don't know what we're about to face. I could be the one that goes in there and takes advantage of this first time event.
Yeah, I mean, it very well could. I think just the way things are structured, the demand and the desire for players to come and play and compete is high, so they'll probably show up regardless. But it does introduce a new aspect of, there's no one that's ever seen the course, right? So someone that's been experienced seeing a golf course on the PGA Tour, Korn Fairy Tour for 10 years, they don't necessarily have a leg up on the guy that's never seen the golf course. So it levels the playing field to some extent. And it's a great golf course. Wood Creek is a great golf course, but these guys, man, they know how to pick golf courses apart. They can dissect them, and then they just know how to play golf and play great golf.
Yeah, I agree. So the tournament's actually May 14th through the 17th, and you said that whole week there'll be things leading up to it. I know you'd mentioned like there's a pro-am, things like that, obviously practice rounds prior to. So what are ways, you mentioned the website earlier, what are ways that people can get involved, whether fans, sponsors, things like that? I'm sure you're still looking for sponsors like that.
Yeah, I mean, we're still looking for them. So we haven't host anybody immediately, but obviously Wednesday the official music for that's an awesome opportunity to play the golf course the day prior to competition. So a lot of everything set up, roped and staged. The tents, the 18th green will be surrounded by skyboxes. So it's a very, very unique opportunity. You'll get to play with two Korn Fairy Tour professionals, one on the front 9, one on the back 9. It's just an opportunity that you don't get, right? So love to, host some people. The pairings parties Tuesday evening at the Wood Creek Club as well. It's gonna be a big event with a concert as well there that evening. And then Thursday through Sunday, um, general admission tickets, Champions Club tickets. Love to, host you guys there with that. We're gonna have tons of, you know, sponsorships, opportunities abound everywhere. We've nearly sold out of our sky boxes, which is,
Nice.
incredible. Year one. We have some great sponsors in the community. They just have stepped up huge, and love to showcase them as well. It's going to be a incredible opportunity. We have, junior clinic the week of, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Unfortunately, we're not open to the public on those days, but it's gonna be a week-long event, festivities. So Colonial Life Charity Classic.com. Check it out.
Yeah, we'll be
Come
sure
see
to
it.
put all that info in the show notes for sure. So,
Yeah.
you have any kind of like Monday after the Masters type event for like anybody to come out and play the same conditions? Maybe not in like the pro am, but are you doing any kind of event the day after
Yeah.
for?
So I think the best way to get involved there was a volunteer, right? So the volunteers on the Korn Fairy Tour, I mean, literally it's the kind of lifeblood of the Korn Fairy Tour, essentially, right? We're gonna need 400 volunteers throughout the week. Obviously, you don't have to volunteer the entire week. You can kind of go online and pick out the days and times you're available. Patrick's saying he's my operations manager here. He's more in charge of handling that. But again, on the website, you can go on there, fill out the information. It's a package. So basically, you will get a shirt and a hat, and then at the end of it, if you volunteer enough, days, times, you get the opportunity to play the golf course as well. So um,
That's really
love to
cool.
have people come out and volunteer and just see the event firsthand.
For sure. Jonathan, you ready to drive up from Augusta and volunteer?
I've, man, I've already been looking at my calendar.
Oh, very nice. Well, what else? What else? What else should people be looking out for as a comment? Or will there be local restaurants, things like that they'll be supporting or showing off any kind of food? So Jonathan will ask this question later, favorite snack on the course, and it's because of a trip to Cabo that he had, where there were tacos out on the course, like every three
Okay.
holes or something. So any kind of like local flavor that might be out there for players or fans to get to sample?
Yeah, tons of local. I mean, obviously, Lizard's Thicket. You all know Lizard's
Nice.
Thicket, right? They've stepped up huge. They're gonna be taking care of a volunteer and caddy food for the week. Amazing, right?
Yeah.
Love those guys. Local restaurants. I mean, I know there's several members out of Wood Creek. I know Saluda's. Love to give Saluda's a shout. One of my favorite restaurants here in town. He's going to be out there. He's playing the pro am. We've got some other restaurateurs. Hendrix is out there. I know you got a nice place. McDonald's. McDonald's is coming out.
Nice.
Host. It's not going to be on. None of these are on golf course, but just love restaurants. I mean, Columbia's got so much flair, and we're going to show that off. We want to really put up a sheet of basically restaurants in town, offer those to players, caddies, fans alike. Just we want this to be a Columbia event, showcase what our city really has, and we've got a lot to showcase.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
I don't think people realize what Columbia has. And me being here for 6 years, it's just every year it's continually gotten better. So I'm proud of Columbia. I know you guys are proud of Columbia, at least you, Robbie. But yeah, I mean,
Jonathan's a former Columbia resident.
That was
okay.
that's why I first moved whenever I came to the South from Illinois. That's where
Okay.
Robbie and I obviously met and worked together. But yeah, I was there for 3 or 4 years.
Seemed like longer than that, but yeah.
Yeah, I have that
Yeah.
effect on people.
That's true. But I agree with you, man. I've been in Columbia since like 5th grade, which is, or like probably 90. And so, it's home. It's a great place to be, a great place to raise a family. And I'm excited to show that off as well as the good golf that's here in the area. So it's going to be a fun week, man. I'm excited for it. Looking forward to checking it out and helping, continue to tell the story about what you're doing. So it's really cool. So before we let you go, we have some kind of fun questions that we want to ask to get some stories out there. And
Okay.
this one we find that's harder for people that are really good at golf. But we ask, what is the story of your most memorable golf shot?
I mean, pretty easy. I've been pretty fortunate that I'm playing the US Open, 20 times. The fourth hole, got a lot of memories at the fourth hole, but the fourth hole at Torrey Pines, hit a terrible tee shot. Obviously oceans to the left, so you're trying not to hit it there. But as professional golfers, we should hit the fairway, right? Well, I hit in the bunker. This is third round of the U.S. Open. I think I had 200 yards to the back left hand. And lo and behold, a camera crew sits up right behind me. I looked at my caddy thinking, why are these guys here? Like I was playing well, but nothing crazy. And turns out I ended up making the shot
Wow.
from 200 yards in the bunker on the fourth hole. So that's easily the best golf shot I've ever hit, and one that I'll never forget.
They were just looking for B-roll, and you delivered.
After making a 2 on the fourth, my moment of glory. I think I was in the top 10 at the U.S. Open after that shot. So
Wow,
that's pretty cool.
that's pretty cool.
That is awesome.
That is awesome. All right. Well, another thing we like to do is what we call the quick 9. So just a little back and forth here. First question is, and it sounds like you're gonna have a lot to choose from. What is the favorite course that you've ever played?
Oh, Tori, just too many good stories.
Do you have, you've traveled the world, at Torrey's at the top or near the top of our bucket list, but what course is at the top of your bucket list?
What course? I mean, Jonathan, I'm coming to see you in Augusta. Obviously,
Right.
I think it's just everybody looks forward to the Masters.
It's a good choice. What is the favorite course that no one knows about?
Favorite course that nobody knows about? Whispering Pines. It's a golf course in Texas. We played our conference golf tournament there, Big 12s. Played it 2 out of 4 years. Awesome place. Just north of Houston, I believe.
Very nice. All right. Who is in your dream foursome?
Dream foursome. Oh, I don't know. I mean, after after all this Hoosier talk, I don't even know if Signetti plays golf, but
He'd
that
be
guy's
good to have
inspirational.
Yeah.
Let's get him out there.
He'd have a cold beer with you though.
Let's get him out there. Let's get while I'm on that, let's just go all Indiana and just go Indiana basketball and just legends. We'll go Reggie Miller and we'll go Larry Bird. We'll just keep with the Indiana theme. That's a tough question. There's so many people you can choose to play golf with in a foursome. We'll just stick with Indiana.
You can add Peyton Manning in there too. Like, golly.
Well, so Peyton, we'll put Peyton as an alternate, right? If one of them can't make it.
Yeah. He could be a commentator.
He's done that before.
All right. My favorite question. What is your favorite snack on the golf course?
Oh, my favorite snack on the golf course. I don't do this very often just because I don't prepare well enough, but I'm gonna go peanut butter, banana, and honey sandwich.
It's a favorite choice.
It's a pretty good snack.
That is a good snack.
Yeah.
And if you get honey all over your hands, it helps grip the club better.
That's right.
Yep. All right. Favorite golf course logo?
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna throw Wood Creek out there. We got a singular logo. We got rid of a few of the names. We just got the wood duck. It's I'm gonna go with the wood duck at Wood Creek.
I like it.
All right. What is one thing golfers should do?
One thing golfers should do. Oh man, don't give up. Don't give up. I think work on the simple things and then get a lesson, right? Ask questions, get a lesson, and keep working on it because it's never easy.
All right. Jonathan, skip this one, but what has been your favorite pro shop purchase? If you were at a course, what has been something that stood out that you bought?
I'm bad to ask that because I literally am. I mean, as you can see, I'm Puma through and through here. I've worn Puma clothes for 10 years now, I would imagine. But if purchase wise, I love an awesome leather head cover. I think that's where you got to go with that.
I started off with Puma's lesser known cousin, Slazenger, whenever I first started golf.
Okay.
I was Slazenger sponsored. Sort of. All right. Last one. Finish this sentence. The best part of golf is?
Just the lifelong journey of golf.
I love it. It is a lifelong journey. I am still trying to get there, like many other people. But Chris, this has been awesome, man. We're excited about the Colonial Life Charity Classic. One more time, tell everybody where they can find out more information about it.
Yeah, check us out, coloniallifecc.com. Instagram, growing that as well, Colonial Life CC. And yeah, come check us out. Reach out to me, Robbie, you guys, Jonathan, post up the information. Willing to offer any advice I can share. And we want to make this something special, and we're working hard to do that.
Yeah, well, it's a really exciting thing. We will again put all this stuff in our show notes for people to have easy access to it. But Chris, thank you for joining us. We're excited about the Colonial Life Charity Classic coming to Columbia. So yeah, well, we appreciate you joining us. So for Chris and Jonathan, this is Robbie. You guys have been listening to another episode of the Whole Story Podcast.